Hello, you guys. Welcome to another episode. I literally need to talk about aliens today. I have had the craziest freaking experience this weekend. I literally saw spaceships. So I want to talk to you guys today about aliens. I know that I'm literally from Sirius, so I know that they're real, but I'm curious, what do you guys think? If you guys think they're real, I need to share my spaceship experience that I just saw. And then basically, I just need to share this because I feel like it's so freaking crazy. But first, let's pull a card. Okay, so we had another 3 card pull. I don't know why this is happening the last couple of episodes, but maybe there's just a lot of mixed energy or there's a lot of messages that you guys need to hear. So the first one is boundaries. The elements are labradorite and the south node, and the words are protecting energy, metamorphosis, and strengthening. So boundaries can act as the laws that we set for ourselves, the limits of what we accept, agree to, give into, be pushed to, that sort of thing. And so if you're constantly breaking your boundaries, you can be left feeling defeated, exhausted, not like you're not good enough, or like people are using you, unappreciated, all of these types of things, right? But remember that this is your own doing. You are the one that sets those boundaries. And when people cross them, you are accepting and allowing that behavior. You can get up and leave. You can tell them no. It's us that sets the boundaries, but it's us that also has to keep them. It's not other people's responsibility to hold our boundaries. It's our own. In our astrology chart, in our natal chart, you can look into the boundaries that we crave. So our south node, which was what was one of the elements was, is our karmic tendencies and skills and or emotions that have already been developed, and that's our comfort zone. So our south node kind of represents our past, where we've been and accumulated some strengths, and it may feel really comfortable to stay in the south node, but you will have to complete some karmic cycles over and over again until you evolve and move forward towards your future, which is the north node, which we talked about in the last episode. And then a stone that you can learn from during this transition is labradorite. And you know what? I'm really excited that that's on this card because I have one and it just shimmers this beautiful rainbow color. I freaking love it so much. But anyway, it deflects negativity and unwanted energy and acts as a barrier for energy leakages. So it can help you remove fears and feelings of insecurity while you're moving through periods of unknown or discomfort. And it really empowers you to just speak your truth and lead the path of true alignment for yourself. The affirmation for this is, I honor where I have been and what I have created. I am now able to step into my authentic self, set clear boundaries for myself and others. Okay, and then the next card is trust, which we have had come up before on this podcast. So again, the elements are ammonite and pallas, and the words are instinct, development, and wisdom. And it just talks about continuously using your trust muscle, continuously strengthening it, trusting in the universe, trusting in yourself, trusting in your gut and your intuition. And again, Pallas, the asteroid, it brings you the energy of skill, wisdom, and courage. Okay, so use those while you're trying to strengthen your trust and really just go for it, and always trust that the universe is going to be there for you, that everything's working out for you. Even if things are falling apart and they feel like your whole world is crumbling and nothing's working out, trust that it's happening for a reason and something better is going to come. Okay. And then the ammonite is the ancient fossil. Again, it's that spiral thing that you guys have probably seen, and it's connected to the number 9 and carries the vibrational frequency of that number. So it pushes your spiritual growth and your development by offering different insights and allows you to see the entire picture of a situation so that you can tap into your intuition and trust the universe. Okay. Affirmation. I trust in the universe to provide me with what I need, and I accept that it will happen when it's meant to. And then the last card that came out is perspective. The elements are Larimar. Ooh, I have a Larimar stone. How fun. And the planet of Neptune. I don't know why, you guys. I just got really excited about Larimar because I feel like it's so not rare, but you don't hear a lot of people talking about it. You don't see it in a lot of crystal shops. It's only from one area of the world. It's really beautiful, this just turquoise thing. But anyway, the words are seeker harmonizer, communication, and intuitive nature. Okay, so there are 2 types of being. We have the low vibe thoughts and bringing down our frequency to join those thoughts, and then having low vibe thoughts, but shifting them into your frequency. So bringing those thoughts up to a higher vibrational frequency and changing those thoughts. It's all about our perspective. So like I've said this before, I think on an Instagram post, one person sees the rain and is negatively impacted by it, sees it as an inconvenience, as an annoyance. They're bringing their vibration down. This used to be me. Fuck, living in London with rain almost every day, that was me. And then there's other people who see the rain and they see beauty in it. They see it cleansing the earth. They see it as an opportunity to go on an adventure and dance in the puddles, which is me now living in Costa Rica. Like when it rains, it's so cool. And like when there's a massive thunderstorm, I'm like, yo, that thunder was so loud, or that fucking lightning looked so cool. Like it excites me. So it's all about changing your perspective. And so the planet of Neptune, it talks about the balance to illusions in reality. Okay. So it represents a sense of incompleteness and imperfection and indicates a way of thinking with your non-mind, sinking deeper into your spiritual faith and trusting that it's okay not to have everything figured out, because life is so much more than you could ever imagine. So basically saying when you have these negative thoughts or these negative feelings, or you're looking at things in a negative light, to just trust that you're experiencing that for a reason. There's a bigger purpose for it, and start to feel gratitude and feel grateful for it, and shift those thoughts into a higher vibration instead of bringing yourself down to that. And then working with Larimar enhances any space that it's in by bringing in really loving energies and a sense of calm and serenity, which encourages healing. And it's also a harmonizer crystal, which means that its crystalline energy actually aligns the natural power of the human mind. So both of these are really useful to keep in mind when working through this. And the affirmation today is literally so simple, but so on point with like everything I do in my life and in my coaching. I create my own reality. Okay, so those are the cards for today. So now let's talk about aliens. I don't know, man. Like I've said this many times, I'm a starseed. I'm from Sirius. I also really feel connected to a couple other ones. Like I think that as a starseed, you don't just come to Earth. I think you also travel to different planets and have experiences with different types of starseeds. Like for example, the Pleiadians, the Octurians, like there's so many different ones. Oh my God, the reptilians. I feel like y'all know about the lizard people, even if you're not into this kind of shit. Like you've heard of the lizard people. It just fascinates me. And I feel like I have been asking my guides for so long to beam me up to their freaking spaceship. Like I just want to go and experience. Like there's something for some reason within me that I find it so interesting, the life that I had before I came to Earth. Like this is my first time on Earth. I should be so obsessed and involved with this and so curious about this Earth, which I am. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I love traveling and I love this personal development and like neural reprogramming and, you know, working with all the different energies and shit. But there's something in me that thinks about my past lives on other planets and all of the technology they have, and that they literally traveled through time and space, and like we're here on Earth as their experiment to see how humanity develops and all of these different things. And I'm just like, I want to know what it's like out there. Like I want to go up. I want to see the spaceships. I want to see all of these beautiful planets. I want to experience and see people living in 5D where it's just pure love and light and there's none of this heavy and denseness. So it's really interesting, because this was something that I was asking my guides for so long. I'm always like, can I please just see a spaceship? Can you please just come to me so I can like see you and talk to you? And when I do my spirit guide meditations, like I have a spirit guide. It's really funny. His name is Phil, and he's a Pleiadian, but he comes to me in like this tall, lanky, like hipster dude with glasses for him. And he calls himself Phil. And I was like, yo, Phil, like, what's your real name? And he won't tell me. I was like, can you show me your Pleiadian body? And he goes, not yet. And I'm like, can I know your Pleiadian name? And he goes, not yet. And so I'm always like, what the fuck, Phil? Like, I just want to see who you are. I want to know who you are. I feel like I'm ready to experience that. But then I guess there's somewhere deep down where I think I might be like, when I am shown that, if that were to happen now, I might be kind of like scared if I'm by myself experiencing it. So anyway, I feel like the universe and my guides finally answered my prayers, because the other night, my friend and I were on the beach for sunset, and there was this really fucking bright star in the sky. And I was like, just curious what it was. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull out my night sky app and start looking at like the sky. And so it tells you, if you guys don't know what this app is, it's basically an app that you can point to the sky and it shows you like every single star, every single constellation, every single satellite, every single planet. Like even if you point it to the ground, it'll show the things that are in the sky, like on the other side of the world down there. So like It's a little hectic because you look at the sky and you're like, I only see like 5 stars, but on this app there's like 30. So it just shows you how much more is out there than what we can actually see. But anyway, so I'm seeing this really bright star and I'm like, I want to know what that is. So I look at it and it's actually Jupiter. And I was like, yo, that's so cool. Like I'm looking at fucking Jupiter right now. Like that's crazy. So then we're just like looking around, looking at the sky, looking at the stars, trying to find different constellations, just like enjoying being on the sunset after dark, being in an area where there's no light pollution and you're literally seeing so many freaking stars in the sky. Like it just makes me feel so comforted, so at home, so at peace. And I'm looking at the sky and all of a sudden I see this star just fucking gliding down from like north to south. So it wasn't going across, it was going up and down, just gliding. And I was like, that's not a plane. There's no flashing lights and it's so far away. Also, we're not in a flight path at the moment. So like there's no planes. And so I like pull up the app again and I look, it's not a satellite. Okay. There's like, it's not a star. It's not a satellite. It's nothing, but it's this tiny little speck in the sky that's just moving. And then I was like, maybe it's a shooting star, but shooting stars only last for like 2 to 3 seconds. And so I was like, what in the heck and Bob is going on here? And so we're just watching it and it's just like soaring, soaring, soaring. And I literally took a picture. I couldn't take a video because it was too dark. But you know how on the iPhone, when you take a picture and it's dark, it does that thing where it like takes 3 seconds to like adjust the light and then you have a night picture that's really bright. So it was doing that. And what's even crazier is in the picture, all the other stars are still, but that little guy is like a line because it was moving as I took the picture. And so it's just so crazy. And all of a sudden, it literally, we were watching it for like a full, I want to say, minute. And then it just disappeared into thin air. It was just gone. And we were like, what the fuck? And so we were like freaking out about it for a little bit. I literally think it was a spaceship. It had to be a spaceship. I know it was a spaceship. And so we're looking at the stars. Oh my God, we found Sirius, which was really cool. Like I found my planet and I was like, oh my God, there's my home. And so we're like still looking at the sky. And then all of a sudden in the same kind of area, there's a bright star and a little star fucking bolts out of it so fast, like literally so fast. And we thought again, like, oh my God, is that a shooting star? But then it started slowing down. And it was just like traveling. This time it was going to the west, I think. Well, like if I'm looking at the sky, it's going to the left side. And so it started really fast and it like broke out of another star. It didn't just appear somewhere. It literally shot out. It was repelled from this one star and it started traveling down the side of the sky. And then after about 30 seconds, it just vanished again. It just vanished into thin air. And again, I like have my app out. It's not a satellite. There's like, it's not a star. Like it's nothing. And so I genuinely think, and the friend that I was with also agrees, and the local Costa Rican who was her friend also agrees, that we fucking saw 2 spaceships. Okay. And this just feels so magical to me. And I know that this year there's already plans for, you know, the different, like the Pleiadians, the Syrians, wherever else, to make themselves known to humans. Like they're going to start showing themselves in a more public way to kind of get our brains ready for the fact that, you know, they are real, they are out there. And I just feel like, I don't know, I've been doing so much work here in Costa Rica, so much work on myself, so much work on my business, so much just trying to be present and live in the moment and really like experience everything that I'm living through and going through. And I feel like that was the universe being like, you are doing such a great job. We're going to bless you with the sight of these 2 spaceships because we know that you've been wanting to connect with, you know, the aliens, the starseeds, wherever else in the sky. And, you know, like this is going to be our gift to you. So I don't know. It made me so excited. And it was such a cool experience. And I just really wanted to share it with you guys because A, if you're listening to my podcast, you're probably into this esoteric shit anyways. But B, like, I want to know, like, if when you guys listen to this, DM me or comment on the Instagram post or the TikTok that has to do with this episode about if you've seen them in the sky, what your thoughts are, what your experience is, if you're a starseed. Like, I just want to know all the things. I want to talk to people about this. And I actually have really been struggling lately just a little bit with like the fact that I am on Earth and not on my home planet, and that Earth is just so heavy and dense and there's so much bullshit happening here. And I don't know, like it kind of trips me out a little that this literally is just all a game, and like we just need to learn how to play it properly, you know? And like I literally see myself like from an aerial view of like just this sim on Earth. Like Earth is the experiment, Earth is the game, and I'm just like a sim running around doing all of these things that like feel so mundane, but obviously as a human they're like super exciting. And I don't know, it's been like a really interesting vibe. I feel like a mini existential crisis has been happening for the past, I want to say, almost like year-ish. And so I think just seeing these spaceships has, I don't know, given me a sense of like comfort and excitement again, and like knowing that my soul family and my astral family are really out there, and it just makes me excited. So anyway, that was the podcast episode today. It's a really quick one, but I just wanted to share that experience with you guys because I thought it was super cool, and I hope that you also enjoyed that. Please, I'm like dead serious. If you guys have had experiences like this, please message me or comment on the post because I really, really want to know. I want to talk about this. I want to know what all of your experiences were because I just find it so freaking cool. But anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this today or found it interesting or just got something out of it. Maybe knowing that you're not alone in being a starseed or in seeing the aliens or like, I don't know, whatever else. But that is it for today. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. The light in me acknowledges the light in each and every one of you, coming from someone just like you.